Legacy is really important on many fronts. When you're getting to know your prospect, to know their legacy is to know their life story. It's how they're wired. You know, what do they do for a living? What type of husband were they? Did they have any regrets in life? Were they a good parent? You know, it was really about who they are in general. And many times when it comes to our prospects, we don't go that far with them. We get to know some of the basic things, but never really build that rapport or trust that is truly essential to find out what's important about these residents. I mean, we're talking to prospects that were veterans for our service. They were teachers, they were homemakers, they were engineers, people that live valuable lives. We should take the time to get to know their story. Legacy is very different from discovery, and really, ideally, discovery was something that we all did as sales counselors in the 90s and early 2000s, and even up to now. But discovery is like the Joe Friday questions. They're very, very basic and general in nature. It's, you know, what is the age of the prospect? What do they do for a living? What are their needs? And when it comes to legacy, it's that deeper dive. It's really finding out more about that prospect. A discovery question may be, do you still drive? A legacy question is, when you drove, tell me about your family vacations. You know, tell me about a really good family vacation where things just went wrong. And that's what legacy is. Everyone has those stories to tell. And we're dealing with prospects that for years, they haven't had anybody to tell that story to. So our job as sales counselors is to ask those questions and just listen. Creative follow-up is timely, is strategic, and it's reciprocal. And those are very important factors to know about creative follow-up. Everyone in our industry probably sends gifts to prospects. And for example, a prospect may have a dog, and our competitor down the street, maybe they'll send that family a dog biscuit or something that relates to that dog. With creative follow-up and it's strategic, we find out the name of that dog, the breed of that dog. We get a bowl with that dog's name on it, and then we take a picture of that bowl in the resident's potential room and say, now even your dog knows where to call home. That's that difference that's so important. We had a prospect in Texas, avid reader, loved history, and he watched Fox News just daily. So we told the sales counselor, buy him the book Killing Lincoln and send it to him. And 3 days later, we got a card from him saying, thank you for that. Thank you for listening to me, knowing that I love history. I enjoyed the book. Anytime you want to come over and borrow the book to read, please do. When you get that reciprocation of them knowing that you listen to them and you're building that relationship, that's when the magic happens. We had a great creative follow-up that worked fantastic with a prospect who was actually at a competitor. She called us up and she said, you know, a few of my friends are moving to your community and I'm just really curious about your community. And I'm happy where I'm at, but the food's not very good. I have shunts all over my body, so I have the special diet they have to follow, and all I get is chicken. So if I come to your community, promise me one thing, just don't feed me chicken that day. We also found out that she was a big Dallas Cowboy fan. So on the day that she arrived at our community, we had a table set aside in the dining room with a tablecloth that was a Dallas Cowboy tablecloth that we said, this will go home with you, this is yours to keep. And then we had the chef come out bringing the meal on a silver platter. And we discussed this prospect in depth with the sales counselor. We found out that this woman had a fantastic personality, big personality. So when the chef brought out the meal covered with a silver tray and opened it up, there lied the rubber chicken. She laughed so hard because, again, she was so excited that somebody took the time to listen to her. She did ask if that was her meal for the day, and then asked if she could take that rubber chicken back home to her community to show people that someone took the time to listen to her that day.